I want to talk about a legendary performer that very few people know about, but you and I do. Keith Mitchell just retired
The
as a
greatest.
producer for AEW. He did 40 years in wrestling with World Class, WCW, and Impact before AEW. And he really changed the game, didn't he, Nate? He was a revolutionary for TV and wrestling.
Absolutely. I met Keith in Dallas in the 80s. And the more I was around Keith, I called Jimmy Crockett and I said, Jimmy, you got to bring this kid to Charlotte. And Keith and I became friends. He came to Charlotte and ran not only Crockett's for about, I want to say 10 years, but then he ran WCW all the way until they closed down. Keith is you'd always want to think of Kevin Dunn as being the greatest in that industry, but I can't say that I can, because I don't know enough about it, but I certainly rank Keith Mitchell as one of the top all-time wrestling producers. I've only known a few, and that should mean that if I know their name, they're really good.
Well, yeah, I think that Keith, like I said, he was a revolutionary.
Yes.
When he was with World Class, he brought cameramen on the ring apron. He changed the traditional production. He made World Class really different and hip, and I think that's where he made his name, like you said.
Well, he made that video of Kerry riding a Palomino on the beach to the Rocky music, and that was something that any wrestling fan from the 80s, if they didn't see that, it was phenomenal. Kerry's riding a Palomino bareback. He's got the Tarzan loincloth on. They're playing the Rocky music. It was spectacular.
Well, we're going to talk about the Von Erichs in just a moment, but I don't think most people know how important the producer is, Rick. Like I said, he's the unsung hero, Keith, more so than most, but how important is that job?
The producer, just like the announcers, can make or break you. Yep, you have no idea.
I think Keith made World Class. I think of it.
I do too, and he did, and he made WCW because they make decisions on the truck. You know, they call the camera shots, they direct the show, not in the way that Vince or Tony do, but they produce the shows, tell the cameras where to be, what to focus on. They've got the lineup in front of them, just like Vince would in Gorilla, looking at everything. And the producer and the talent that it takes to be really good at that is amazing.
Now,
and damn it, that Keith. And the only downside to Keith is he's a Georgia Bulldog.
Well, I'm not sure there's a downside to that this week, but we'll see what happens against Alabama.